Alright guys, welcome to the first video of the Organelles series. In this video, we're going to be making the cytoplasm, the cell membrane, and the nucleus. So without further ado, let's begin. So overall, it's pretty simple. First, let's delete the default cube and press Shift A to add a UV sphere over here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just cut a quarter out of this sphere. So I'm going to go into front view right here. Actually, let's go to side view right here. And I'm going to tab into edit mode. And then I'm going to press Alt Z, or you can press over here to turn on X-ray. Then I'm going to go into face select right here. And I'm going to drag and select all of these faces over here. You might miss some up here, so you can just zoom in to go select it as well, like this, as you can see. You can now turn off X-ray, or you can press up there and press delete and faces right here. So as you can see now, the whole thing is deleted. So now next what we're going to do is we're going to need to kind of fill the faces. So first I'm just going to actually go to vertex select by pressing 1, or you can select up there. I'm going to select this vertex and press F. When you do that, these two will kind of fill a line in between. So now there's the edge right here. And once you kind of have that, you can select like the thing up here. But when you hold Alt and select, it's kind of odd because it also selects one in the bottom, which is not really what we want right now. We want to select like this curve on top. So instead, I'm going to go into X-ray and I'm going to just zoom and select like this, as you can see. So once you've got the whole thing selected like that, you can go into Edge, and there you go. You should have it properly selected. Then you can press F, and there you go. You got one face. And let's also select the one down here, which you can now do with a loop. Press F, and there we go. So now you can call it a day with this, but usually you can just finish it off because you kind of have the shape that you already want. But in this case, we're gonna have to kind of move the cytoplasm a little bit when we got the other parts. So I'm going to kind of mesh this area out. So usually you can use like Control T to triangulate it, but that's not elegant at all. It doesn't look good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first select this edge right here, right? And I'm going to right click and subdivide it. So now you have this vertices down here. So you can select that and select this one up here. And actually you can't really fill it, because if you fill it, it would just make an edge, but it's not actually dividing these two planes. So basically if you press F with these two, this plane would still just be one with edge in the middle. So you can't really do that. Instead, what you need to do is you need to use the knife tool. So you can press K right here. You can click right here and drag it up here and press enter. Once you do that, now you have a nice line in the middle, which have these two like faces separated. And let's also do it for over here. Drag it over here. Okay, nice. So if we look at the number of vertices right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to subdivide this, so each of these vertices will have a place to go, kind of like this. But now I'm going to subdivide it as 6. Basically, there's going to be 6 vertices in the middle, and I'm not going to have this one have like a place to go. I'm just going to conjoin it or something as a quadrilateral. Okay, you'll see in a moment. So I'm going to select these two edges, as you can see, and I'm going to right click subdivide. I'm going to go over here and increase the number of cuts to 6 right there. So once you've got that, you can use K and drag it up here, enter, K, drag it up here, K, drag it up here, K. You gotta kind of press enter every time the thing finishes. I think I gotta kind of hit that weird. Okay, there we go. So if you got it properly, you should have something like this. You see, the reason I have 6 and didn't have for this one is that I wanted this to be a like quadrilateral, just like all the other ones, instead of like a triangle, you know. And let's also do it for the other ones as well. Quadrilateral. I should learn how to pronounce that after this. After I came to Japan, some things in, like, for me, English improved a little bit because I actually started learning some grammar, but I feel like some of my accents are a little bit deteriorating, so I think I should, improve that, I guess. I digress. Anyways, we're gonna do it for down here as well, like this. Right here. I feel like a good part about doing this is once you've got it, it's pretty much repeating a little bit. Like, it's kind of repeating, because if you think about it, the shape of the cytoplasm and the cell membrane can kind of be like replicated for the nucleus in a way. So that's a cool trick, I guess. Okay, there we go. So once you've got that vertically, we're also going to need to do it horizontally. I was about to say diagonally until I realized, oh, that's not how you say it. Okay, so this time there will be triangles, but that's fine. So you're kind of just dragging it from like the same level, like right here, to the other side. Oh wait, the last time I've uploaded a video was before I took the entrance exam to the high school, and I put a post up, and I didn't tell anyone anything about the results. Well, on YouTube, of course, I didn't announce it, but I failed. So I'm gonna need to kind of take an exam again if I want to go to school. So more studying, I guess. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's just make the nucleus first, then we can do the cell membrane and the cytoplasm. I'm gonna, yeah, actually no, okay. I'm gonna first morph, well, not morph, I'm going to separate these two guys first. So we're gonna need to somehow select this thing in the middle. How should we do that? Oh. Alright, that's better. Basically just select the part where it's kind of cut out. The part that we kind of just divided and stuff. Like that. Okay, so now you can press P and loose the parts. Oh, wait, not this one. P and selection. So these two guys are now separate right here. Next, you can select this guy down here, and you can select this right here, and you can extrude it. So I'm going to press E, and I'm going to lift it out over here like this. Then I can scale it on the Z-axis or something. Kind of move it like this, and scale it on the y-axis, kind of move it like that. So we're kind of trying to make this effect. I also need to scale it on the x, because yeah. Now if we look over here, like the middle part right here is kind of dented in for some reason. Not sure how to perfectly explain that, but I'm just gonna scale this outwards on the X so it's a little bit more like a sphere. Then once I've got that, I can use the solidify modifier. Where's that? Right there. I'm gonna flip the offset to 1 and I'm just gonna increase the offset a little bit. Like that. So there we go, that's a little nice nucleus we have there. I'm just gonna leave it at this for now. Actually no, I'm gonna add a UV sphere, so it's the thing inside for now. Then we can add like the chromosome DNA kind of thing in a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate these two guys now. I'm gonna hide these guys. All right, let me move that back there. Okay, so here we go. We have something like that. So you can leave it at like, you can leave it as kind of like a perfect sphere if you want, but I don't want to do that for some reason. I think like imperfection sometimes looks good when you're making art. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into edit mode for both of them. Then I'm going to add like I'm gonna select something like this and turn on proportional edit. Then I can kind of move it around like this a little bit. So just go around and mess with the geometry. I'm actually going to turn off solidify for a second so you can kind of move the things a little bit. Hold on. Oh wait, don't forget to select the other one. Okay. There we go. Okay, make sure you don't forget to select the other one. It kind of just ends up weird and not synced if you don't. Okay, so something like that. It still might look like a circle, sphere, but I think it's a little bit more like misshaped, and I think I like that. Let me turn the solidify back on, and there we go. So now I'm gonna unhide all these guys on over here, and let me scale down the nucleus like that. And you can put it somewhere like that. There we go. Another thing, let's lower the thickness for the solidify a little bit. I think that would be a little bit better. So that's pretty good for the whole thing now. I'm going to now apply the solidify. Then I'm going to give it a subdivision surface modifier for over here as well. So basically you can just give everything a subdivision surface modifier at this point. Maybe you can not do it if you have a low-end computer. It just depends on your situation. But yeah, something like this would look pretty nice, especially with like this like nice thin edge right here, I guess. So let's work on the chromosome looking thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a plane, for example. Okay, a plane, and I'm going to use the skin modifier. So I'm going to delete these two guys, delete vertices, add modifier, generate, and skin. So when you do that, you kind of have this thing, right? And you can select this vertices at the end and press Control A. When you do that, you can scale the other, like you can scale that, the thickness of the skin at that certain like vertices. I'm going to also Control A over here. Then I'm going to subdivide this a little bit. Then let me actually turn this off. And I'm going to make it look a little bit more jiggly, like wavy kind of thing. You can also give it more subdivision if you want to make it even more smooth. like that. Okay, that's pretty good. Then you can also give it a subdivision surface as a finisher. And once you've got that, you can shade smooth. Oh wait, hold on. You can't do that. You need to apply it. Or do it over here, okay. So you need to go to the modifier and click on smooth shading if you want to shade smooth the thing. Anyways, let's move over here. And I'm going to just move this up. Scale this down. Let's reset the origin. So right click, set origin to geometry. And let's move it over here. Okay, there we go. I have a better idea actually. I'm gonna go into edit mode and press A to select the whole thing. Then I'm gonna move the origin at the tail kind of thing here. So when you do that and duplicate it and kind of rotate it, you can kind of move it along that certain place, you know. It kind of pivots around that origin. So that's pretty nice. And then when you do that, I can rotate this on the ZZ. I think RZZ. Oh, it's XX. Okay. So R and press X 2 times. Maybe it will be different for yours. Basically, we're trying to rotate it on its normal axis where it kind of rotates like this. And you can kind of rotate this randomly. It's up to you. And once you've got that, you can duplicate this, rotate it on the x-axis by 90 degrees. Actually, on the other way around, 90 degrees that way. Okay. And let's move it in right here. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this and move it down there. Duplicate this and move it down here. And do a few adjustments. And you kind of have this thing. And there we go, that's pretty nice. You can also kind of make it creep onto the thing in the center. That's also an option if you want. Let me add like another one, a few. Maybe like 2 or 3, I think that'd be nice. XX. Alright, I'm gonna add another one to be like a little redundant. It's easy. There we go. Alright, that's pretty nice. That's pretty good. So that's pretty good for now. And to finish it off, let's add some materials to the thing. So I'm gonna shade auto smooth everything so it looks pretty smooth, I guess. Shade auto smooth. No smooth, okay. And you can actually set it as your own color if you want, but for me, to stick with the thumbnail, I'm going to make this one kind of yellowish thing, like kind of like this. And the nucleus in the thing in the center first, I guess, right here. I'm going to make this one dark purple, so as this guy. And this over here, I'm just gonna make it purple. Now this one though, this one can be like indigo kind of thing. Oh, funny story. My brother, my 5-year-old brother asked me if indigo was a primary color or a secondary color. And I said, what do you, yeah, like I said secondary color because technically it's just purple with more blue, right? So it's basically purple with more blue. So it has more ratio of blue, right? But my brother was like, but it's purple mixed with a primary color, so a secondary mixed with a primary color, so it should be a tritary color or something, like a third one. Like, where does he even get this from? He's 5 years old. So that was funny. I'm still not sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's secondary. I don't know. I'll check it out later. Okay, so for this one over here, I'm just gonna increase the transmission down here so it could be like transparent instead of just I don't know, nothing or just some random color, because I feel like it's kind of a good expression of like some kind of liquid or something. So that's good. Okay, so now to finish it off, I'm going to select this guy, select the cytoplasm, and I'm going to go to shading, and I'm going to add a noise texture, and I'm going to add a bump node right here, and I'm going to plug the factor into the height and the normal into the normal. And once you've done that correctly, you're going to have this nice effect. I'm gonna select the thing actually and press Ctrl A to apply the scale. Okay, actually nothing changed, so never mind. Okay, I'm gonna lower the strength a little bit so it's a little bit more subtle, and you can increase the scale, adjust the scale if you want. Okay, something like that. As well as the cell membrane, you can also repeat the same thing. I mean, you can pretty much repeat this on anything you want. I think it's a pretty nice detail to add to your materials. Plug the factor into the height, normal into the normal. Maybe lower the strength a little bit. Okay, for this one, I really want the strength to be low. Maybe increase the scale or something like that. Actually, decrease. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Okay, hard to decide. So something like that for now. So overall, this is what we're going to be up to for the first one. And in the next one, we're going to be making the mitochondria and the lysosomes. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next part. All right, peace.